Hello, I'm Epic. Nice to meet ya. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Epic here, aka Fashion Wizardry, and today's video is a video that has been highly requested by some of you, and this is how to get around in makeup. So I know makeup can be a scary world, especially if you're new to it. You don't know what products to buy, and it's just a confusing time in your life. But I'm here to give you a basic guide on products that I think deserve to be in every beginner's makeup kit. They're good, they're affordable, they work, okay? So I'm gonna give you the tea, and because of that, subscribe right now. The button is right there. I'll wait. Obviously, the first thing you're going to need is a primer, and a primer just holds your foundation in place. Make sure that that foundation stays put, okay? It's not gonna move, it's not gonna transfer. And a lot of primers are out there, drugstore, high-end. There's so many primers out there, and I've tried a couple of high-end and drugstore, but I'd have to say a primer that I recommend is a black Radiance True complexion primer. This primer is so mattifying, so if you're an oily girl, combination skin, this primer is going to be perfect for you. And I definitely think it's drugstore. I got it for like $7, so I highly recommend this. It does the job, and my foundation stays on much longer when I use this. Next, I'm going to move on to foundation. So there are a lot of foundations out there, and I'm gonna deal with drugstore mostly because I haven't really properly dealt with a very high-end foundation. I used Black Up. It was okay, the coverage was really good, but I'm just trying to make this very affordable for you guys, because I know when you're getting into makeup, you're not really sure if you want to spend thousands of dollars on makeup, okay? So I'm here, I'm giving you affordable. My two foundations of choice are the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. This foundation is so mattifying. I promise you the oils on your face will not peek through, especially if you use a good primer and you set it with a powder. This does get the job done, and it's about $8. The next one is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This one is more on the dewy side, but it does have quite a good coverage. It's buildable, and these two foundations have quite a wide shade range, which is why I like them. So no matter how dark you are, no matter how light you are, you're bound to find something that will work for you, and that to me is a plus, because not many companies get it right, okay? So this two, highly recommend. After your foundation, you're going to need to highlight and contour so that everything looks snatched and proper. So the concealers I'd go for, especially since they're so affordable, and I'm talking $3. The LA Girl Pro Conceal concealers. These concealers are amazing. They're thick, they cover a lot, and they're quite affordable. So if you're not looking to invest in something that's too expensive and does get the job done, this is what I definitely recommend. My only caution is that you use this quite fast. Make sure you're blending as you go, because they do tend to dry up really fast. So if you're slow, just blend as you go, okay? You don't want to be looking like you have a cast of unblended concealer, okay? That's not what you want ever. So these concealers, I love them, and there's a time I kind of didn't love them, but now I'm back to them and I'm here for them, okay? I love this bad boy. Of course, after you conceal, you're gonna need to set everything with a powder, and for drugstore, that is a pressed powder. I'm going to recommend the Fit Me from Maybelline, and this is in the shade Coconut. This powder does get the job done. It sets your makeup, it doesn't budge or move. It does a really good job for the price. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this, but this was definitely a good buy. I love this powder, and I use it every day without fail, okay? And I mean that. And for loose powder, I've tried the RCMA and the Sacha Buttercup. RCMA is quite cheap. I mean, it's cheaper compared to the Sacha, to Laura Mercier. I'm just not for it. I have very mixed feelings about RCMA, and I feel that as a woman of color, flashback should be the least of your worries. So I'm kind of scared of using RCMA because it does look like it could give me some flashback, and that ain't pretty, okay? So I recommend the Sacha Buttercup powder. It's a yellow powder, and I think it goes for $35, and this thing lasts you forever. I've had this for almost a year, and damn, it's value for your money, okay? It's $35 for a whole year, and I use a lot of powder. Sometimes just trust me, this is your friend. You will never get flashback with this unless you're very, very heavy-handed, which is something I feel is a safe gamble to go with, especially if you're new to makeup. You definitely don't want to do things that need a bit of practice, okay? You're just getting into it, so ease into it. Use products that are friendly to you, and this is definitely one of those beginner-friendly products, especially for dark skin tones, okay? So yeah. Before I move on, as for brushes, you do need brushes. Make sure you get some brushes. And honestly, most of my brushes are all from Amazon and AliExpress. As you can see them behind there, I've used them for a while and I've gotten a feel of them. It's not just the first impressions, but they do get the job done. So instead of investing in a very high-end brush set and maybe you might not really use them that much, I suggest going on AliExpress and just finding a good set of brushes, and this will just help you practice. And I believe the more you grow in makeup, or rather the better you get at doing your makeup, you can definitely go investing more. But for a beginner, I feel a basic brush set from Amazon, AliExpress will get the job done just fine, okay? Don't worry about high-end brushes. It's fine. You can get those high-end brushes, but I personally still use these brushes because they are of good quality. Just make sure you're buying something with good reviews, okay? Just don't go buying blindly, ma'am, okay? For eyebrows, I definitely recommend pencil, especially if you're starting out and you're not really familiar with how to use a pomade. I don't know how they call it, a pomade, a pomade, I don't know, okay? This is what I use. But if you're not familiar with it, start with a pencil, and Anastasia Beverly Hills does have a pencil. This is your pomade, and I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm so sorry if I'm massacring it. But yeah, this is what I use on my eyebrows, and the reason I love it is because it stays put. I'm never worrying that my brows will rub off, and personally I don't have any brows, so that is a very good security for me. I want to know that my brows are gonna stay on, okay? Everything else can go away during the rest of the day, but my brows need to stay on because I feel like brows define your face. So this definitely does a good job. It's quite a small job, but trust me, you're gonna get a lot of use out of this. It's very good because a little bit goes a really, really long way. For eyeliner, I feel as a beginner, the best eyeliner to get is not a liquid, not a gel. Make sure you just get a pencil liner. This is very easy to practice with, such that you'll get like drawing the wing will be much easier rather than you going in with a liquid eyeliner, which is a bit difficult to use. I still have problems with liquid eyeliner. Gel is your next step after pencil, but start with a pencil, and the one I recommend is the Wet n Wild felt tip liner. This eyeliner has a sharp edge such that it makes it so easy for you to draw on your wing, which is what you need as a beginner. You don't want to be wasting your time trying to perfect that wing, okay? You want to practice and get better, and a pencil is a way to go, and this one I highly recommend. I definitely do think that a good mascara is essential. As a beginner, you might not be able to just work with lashes right off the bat, but putting on some mascara on your lashes helps them stand out a bit more than usual. So I definitely do recommend some mascara. And the one I recommend to you guys is the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara. This mascara is so good because the wand is not as big, so you're able to get even the tiny baby lashes and coat them in mascara, and that just gives you a fuller lash look. And I mean, you don't need to go in with falsies, okay? Falsies do take some time to get used to as well, so meanwhile you can just practice with your mascara. A good mascara is gonna help your lashes stand out, especially if you've done a wing. You need to coat your lashes with something so that they match the intensity of your wing liner, and this is a mascara I love so much, and I think it was $10, and I got it from Style Up with Less on Instagram. It's an online makeup store, so yeah, this is a good one. Once you put your foundation on and your powder and everything, you do tend to become a bit flat. Therefore, some contouring is necessary, and I feel as a beginner, powder contour is a way to go. Cream contours are a bit more difficult to work with because you need to blend and make sure they're properly blended. But as for powder contours, they're easier and just beginner friendly. So I recommend this Sleek Contour and Highlight Kit, and this is in dark. It has a contour shade and a highlight shade, and that's convenient because you can still use the same palette to highlight wherever you need to highlight, and it's quite good. It's very pigmented. A little bit goes a very long way, okay? This is the most pigmented contour powder I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's so pigmented. I love it so much. At first I really hated it because it was so dark and it would get muddy, but the more I learned how to blend it out properly, the more I liked it. And it's such a good bargain. For a very good price, you get a very pigmented contour kit that has the pigment to last you a lifetime. I definitely do recommend this contour palette. I love it so much. Of course, a good blush goes a long way. It adds some color back to your face. You look rosy, glowy, and beautiful. And the one I love is this Black Up blush in number 7. And Black Up is a bit expensive because this was $27, but I have gotten my use out of it. And their shade range is quite impressive. You get very dark, rosy blushes, very mauvey pink. It's such a good shade range, so you can definitely find something for your skin tone, I promise you. But I use the number 7. I want to try the number 9 because I saw that it's a bit more on the rosy side, so I really do want to try it. But yeah, I recommend this, and this is something you'll just buy once and use it for like a year. So it's a good buy, okay? It's $27 for a year. That's not too bad. So when you do need a bit of a highlight, I definitely still recommend this Sleek Contour and Highlight Kit. The highlight shade is beautiful and complements this contour shade very well. I guess that's why they're in a set, but it's such a good highlighter for your nose, your cheekbones, your cupid's bow, and just be shining, okay? Shining. This will get you there. It's a very good kit. Of course, you need to set your makeup at the end of your application to get rid of that powdery look, and it also just helps everything blend together. That way it looks like one uniform face going on, okay? So the setting spray I'd recommend is the E.L.F Makeup Mist and Set. They have a matte spray mattifying mist and set, I think, and I use both. They have worked very good for me in the past. I keep rebuying this, and this is $3, guys. It's so good. It gets the job done, and it's only $3. What more do you need for me to convince you that this is the setting spray you should have? Of course, you could add more to your collection as you grow, but this is a good one to start with, okay? I got you. Finally, we are going to finish off this video with lipsticks, and I am a die-hard matte lipsticks person. Like, you'll rarely find me in a creamy lipstick. I don't know. I just like the security of my lipstick not rubbing off on my man when I'm kissing him, or rubbing off on my glass when I'm drinking something. So I do love a good matte lipstick, and the ones I have been loving so much lately are the Wet n Wild Catsuit lipsticks. These lipsticks, I underestimated them. When I first got them, I was like, meh, okay. But the more I use them, the more I realize these things are actually really good. They're $3. I got mine in the US, but I do think makeup stores in Kenya sell them for $10. They're super matte, therefore they stay on your lips much longer than other creamy lipsticks. And the best part is they're cruelty-free. They don't test on animals, so you know when you're getting your look straight, this bad boys didn't harm any animals, okay, during testing, and I love that. I really do hope this video was helpful to someone. That's my wish for today. Like, I hope someone sees this and has an idea of where to start in makeup. Other than that, thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing. You are the real deal. You are the real MVP, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye! Woo!